short but very important meeting tonight. Tell people why this was such a big deal to have this special meeting and why it needed to get done now.
Well, basically, we had the special meeting. We know, I think, well, the majority of people know that our moratorium's in place. And then we had Code Right had came in and done some things for the county. And really, there's been several other counties and have attempted or tried to do something on the mass grading, tree preservation, protecting the topography of the land, and it seems like they've never gotten it across the finish line. And I'm thankful that we actually got a good product out there. I think it's going to increase the quality that we see, the end product that we see here in Anderson County, and hopefully it will help not only to preserve Anderson County's character, but to enhance it over time. And again, that was basically wanted to have third reading on that prior to moratorium coming off, and that way there's plans in place to protect. I think it's a minimum 25 acres graded at one time. There's a lot of small details in there, and it is a great ordinance. Again, I'm proud of being able to work on the ordinance. I know that we had professionals involved, we had people from the public involved, and it was, and I think Councilman Sullivan said it, the meetings I attended were very cordial. It's kind of a give and take. And I think overall the people want to see, whether you're on a developer side, building side, or just part of the community side, they all want to see, a better end product. And I think this ordinance will allow that to happen. Plus, it will also be spelled out in a way that's not subjective. And that was, when we first started this ordinance and we got it, I read through it, and I think Councilman Sullivan said he put it in AI format, and all these lawsuits come up and different things. But I think it was just a way to work through it and come up with definitive plan where everyone knows what they have to do, what qualifications or what standards they have to meet is spelled out. And it's not subject or subjective based on, you get someone that's having a great day and, oh, that looks great. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're fine. And, go in, 2 days later and get someone in a bad mood and, oh no, this is not going to fly. But, I'm a firm believer in laws and ordinances. I think that, they need to be spelled out in ways that can't be interpreted in ways that either favor you or favor, the law's the law, and it's black and white. And I think our ordinances on things like this and other things, it is the law, and it needs to be black and white where people understand there's not some gray area or that they can get in and try to work in. And, it just levels the playing field and makes it to where everyone understands the rules of the game, and they come in and play by those rules. And by doing so, we're going to have, a higher quality product and a better fit to the character of Anderson County.
And this is not the end of the county council looking at development standards, right?
No. Well, tonight we had on some of our road standards, and that was based on, and Greg, you'll have to look this up, but I've been on council. This is going on my 8th year. I know since I've been here, our road classification and things haven't been looked at. I think now that this here is going to allow us to look at the roads, reclassify roads, and have a better understanding of the impact. And I think we had some people speak tonight, like, I can't believe we don't have anything in place. But, we do have things in place. And in order for a project to move forward, depending on the size of the project and what they're doing, there has to be traffic studies, independent studies. And there are things in place. Chairman Dunn said it tonight. the most he knows about roads and traffic is sometimes he has to sit at a red light too long. And, you know, I'm not a traffic expert or a road expert by any means, but we have the experts and the qualified people on staff and available to the county. And I think once this was second reading tonight, third reading to come up, and I think this will just add to our mass grading ordinance, and we can slowly build, you know, off the foundation that we've got started, and continue to move forward in a positive way for the county of Anderson.
And do you think this will have any? Some of the people here tonight that were in favor of these ordinances live in the city. Is this going to have any impact on city annexation?
This is one of the drawbacks. I think we had a couple of people get up and speak tonight, and when they spoke, what they said hit true to home, but it was property that was either annexed into the city of Anderson or was in the city of Anderson, and one I think was referred to was annexed by the town of Pendleton. One of my concerns, I think Councilman Sullivan, Councilman Dunn, some of our other council members have the same concern or worry in the back of your mind is, you know, as we tighten up on things and get more stringent and have a higher caliber or standard for a product that we want to see, I think you're going to see, if at all possible, a lot of people, they will go to your towns, your municipalities, and your cities and try to and actually get annexed. And then once they annex, anything that we have in place, our rules and our ordinances does not apply to them. So
the only thing that would change that is if the General Assembly passed.
And that is at the state level. Yeah,
cities had to get county permission to annex.
And you know, we have talked, you know, at times and sit down like, hey, look, you know, we have no issue with the city, and what people have to understand, like with the city of Anderson, you can correct me if you know I'm stepping out of line, but the fact is that your cities, the population or the footprint of that city, the diameter and the population, it sets the precedent or sets the standard for the funding that they receive. So from a city, from looking at it from a state level, they want a larger footprint. They want a greater or increased population to increase the funding that they have to do improvements. And from a city's standpoint or a municipality standpoint, I understand where they're coming from. But the other thing that we had talked about is, you know, if you know, I've harped on, you know, unzoned areas with sewer. You know, that's just a problem waiting to explode at any time. But if a property is zoned and has restrictions, once it's annexed, it still has to follow those zoning guidelines for, you know, a certain time frame, something just to protect, to keep someone from coming to the county. And there's been several projects, you know, well, the one in Pendleton, there's a big one in Pendleton that I get raised or talked down on or talked harshly to about what the county done. And actually, you know, the truth is that, you know, it's a project that the county turned down, and then, you know, they went to Pendleton, and Pendleton welcomed them with open arms, and it is what it is. And I think if we had the state delegation support or some things in place that would protect the county and protect property owners and you know, allow the cities and municipalities to annex, because they need that annexation for their funding sources, a lot of it, but is to have them follow the same guidelines and parameters that's already set in place. And whether that'll happen or I'll see that in my term, I don't know, but it would be nice to see. And there's a lot of things at a county level that we don't have control over, you know, and a lot of times, you know, people, I mean, we've got a good council up here. We have a diverse council, an educated council, and a council that cares. But, you know, a lot of people think that why didn't you guys just do this or you do that? You know, there's not a new idea that I've seen yet. I mean, and the thing is, just because you haven't heard it direct from a council person's mouth doesn't mean that it hasn't been discussed, or we've worked in different areas to try and do something to find out that you're hamstrung by state law or your state delegation. And I think we had a good state delegation, and I like my representative, Representative Don Chapman. He's always very cordial, nice gentleman, very smart, and puts forth the effort and always takes the phone call. And so, you know, it's nice to have someone that you can reach out to, but it takes more than one person. It takes the majority to make things happen and get things done. And it's been that way for years, and you just keep grinding along and doing and chipping away at it, and that's what only thing that you really can do. Thank you for coming out. I know it was a special called council meeting, and just want to wish everyone. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, and I hope everyone has a healthy and prosperous New Year.